Hello and welcome to Quays News. I'm Darcy Jackson.
And I'm Jessica Ray. Here's what's coming up on the programme today.
A homeless village in Manchester is helping to rebuild lives.
Who doesn't want free pizza? Rudy's Pizza is giving away free meals in exchange for children's toys this Christmas.
And I am here on Mars at the University of Salford, which is part of the 2024 Lightways Festival.
Police are still at the scene after a man was found dead with stab wounds in Wythenshawe.
Officers were called after reports of a stabbing last night. Beverly Segunda is here with us in the studio. Beverly, a worrying case for the community.
This seems to be quite shocking news for the local community. Police were called to the scene following the stabbing of a 47-year-old man on Whitburn Road in Wythenshawe.
Have the police released a statement or anything like that?
Well, CSI were on the scene this morning and Detective Inspector Helen Bagnall has said, "We know that this news will be distressing for the community, but I would like to reassure you that we are following several lines of inquiry. Police remain at the scene and are asking anyone with any additional information, however small, to call in on 101 or they can call Crime Stoppers anonymously on 0800 555 111.
Thanks for that, Beverly. Yesterday evening at 5:55 p.m, a woman was rushed to hospital with life-changing injuries following a car crash in Moston. The collision involving two cars happened on Lightbone Road. The woman, who is in her 40s, is believed to have been a passenger in one of the vehicles. The road has since been reopened and no arrests have been made.
Prime Minister Keir Starmer has announced his plan for change this morning. The Prime Minister has announced 6 milestones he hopes to achieve, including fixing the NHS, meeting housing targets and promising higher living standards. He also pledged to focus on improving public services.
Even the NHS, losing the trust of the British public, record dissatisfaction, unable to provide the timely care and dignity that Britain relies on, a precious contract between the state and the people broken by public services in crisis, unable to perform their basic functions.
The Salford Victoria Theatre Trust have been campaigning to save the theatre since it was put on an at-risk list in 2012, and today their hard work was rewarded as the theatre was not sold at auction. The venue was reportedly listed for £700,000 but received no bids. The Trust is hoping to raise enough money to resume negotiations with the current owners to restore the building to its former glory.
Manchester is braced for Christmas travel disruption as members of the Unite Union plan to strike over pay. Around 200 Transport for Greater Manchester employees will strike between the 12th and 23rd of December. Workers have rejected a proposed increase of £1,290, with further strike action set to escalate if an agreement isn't reached.
And now media's Light Waves Festival has started this afternoon with 14 illuminated artworks being showcased over the coming weekend.
Our reporter Ali Watt was exploring the installations set up earlier today, and with the big switch on taking place at 4 p.m, Sarah Saunders has taken the long journey down the Media City staircase to find out more.
So I'm here in Media City where they're currently setting up for the light show tonight. Loads of artist installations are getting installed as we speak, so I'm going to show you some of that as well as some interviews with the artists. So this is the running man who goes right the way along. He's not illuminated right now, so you can't really see how quick he really is, but later tonight you will. So you're an artist.
I'm an artist.
Yeah, and so do you want to just explain what this is, what we're standing in right now?
So what we're standing in right now is basically the setup for this immersive installation that myself, Mike Oxley and Christopher Dunk have created called Redfield. This is about to become a very politically contested space, and I'm interested in, you know, who will actually have access to that space. You know, who of us will ever get to walk there. So this installation is it's a way of democratising access, so that you and I and anybody can take a stroll on a Martian landscape.
Yeah, and so what goes into making something like this?
So there's quite a lot. We've got 3 projectors covering the walls. We've got 6 projectors pointing down onto the floor to minimise people's shadows.
So as you can see, it's getting on, the process is getting on of these installations being ready for the public to see. Can't wait to see what they look like now. Me and this lovely lady can't wait to see. Sarah, what are they looking like now?
Well, Ellie, I am standing here on Mars in this immersive landscape which invites the audience to walk into the exhibition. As you can see, it goes all the way around on the floor, so as you walk in you can see your footprints. The idea is that it invites the audience onto the Martian landscape. Now, a lot of thought and work has gone into this, with panoramic imagery round the back using AI generated content. There are 3 projectors on the roof just behind me, reflecting onto the back wall, and 6 on the floor. As you walk in, you can hear the soundtrack behind me, and it uses the artist Joanna Penso. As you walk in, you will also be able to hear the crunching of your footprints. Now, this isn't the only thing going on this weekend here in Media City. You have the Light Waves Festival just outside, which has 14 illuminated artworks using light, sound and technology. Now, this is free of charge and there is no booking required. It's available for all ages. It runs from today till Sunday, 4 till 10 p.m. Now, the Director of Marketing of Lightwaves 2024 shared Lightwaves is a highlight of the winter season here at Media City. This year we are delighted to support the extended run of the show-stopping Monarch Art installation on the waterfront. Now, my question for you guys is, will you be coming down here to Media City to have a look at the lights?
So I might have a little wander down once we've finished here. Darcy, what do you think? Do you think you might go have a look?
Yeah, so I went last year actually, and it's proper cosy. Like when you're walking around, it is lovely just to walk around and see, especially when it's dark in Media City as well. I think my favourite one from last year, there were these like hanging flowers, and you could go like underneath and inside these flowers, and it was like really cute. But I think it's like really cool how there's one inside the uni as well. So maybe I'll go down and check out as well.
Perfect for a little walk and a cosy hot chocolate. Do you think?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Across Greater Manchester, homelessness is still a daily struggle for many. A new community is offering more than just shelter. It's a chance to rebuild lives by making a village for them to live and gain support whilst they enter their next chapter of life. Natalie Durkin reports.
In the heart of Greater Manchester, homelessness is still a problem that many face. For some, the city streets are a place of survival, not for living. But at Embassy Village, things are about to change, as they believe that everyone deserves a chance to break the cycle. Working closely with local employers and project owners, they want to give the opportunity to build careers, not just survive, and offer them a path to independence. For their next project, they're making a village to help the homeless not only find a place to sleep, but also a community, and a place to learn skills and gain support so they can move forward and stand on their own 2 feet. Sid Williams is the director of Embassy.
So there's 8 pods to an arch. I say pods, they're proper, bricks and mortar homes. Yeah. So there'll be one front door there, one front door there. Oh. Same again there and there. Yeah. A staircase up, bridge and balconies, and 2 more. If they're shopping or cooking, it's on their universal credit budget. We're learning to live within that, because this is a live practice run. It's a dress rehearsal for life. Yeah.
Right here is where the Embassy Village will be. As you can see, it's still a construction site, but the village will be under the bridges here, next to the Bridgewater River, and of course next to the famous canal. Aiming to be finished by next Christmas, this project is truly special and will help people in many ways.
For that average 14 months that people stay with us, by the end of that they're like, I can do this, I can run my space, I've learned how to budget. And then when people move on, we offer to visit them regularly for up to 6 months. Yeah. So we really make sure people get their feet under the table. Honestly, it's going to be a community, which is what people do have on the street and in shelters, but then they lose it. So here we're going to keep the community, although it's going to be like healthy and organised, but also we're training people so that they're ready to manage a home. It's a live practice run.
By building a future where no one has to face the streets alone, Embassy Village is where change begins with a home. To give a donation or contact about being part of the project, visit www.embassyvillage.org. Reporting from Manchester for Quays News, Natalie Durkin.
Thank you for that, Natalie. Now, I don't know about you, Jess, but when it comes to plans for your tea, after a long week, anything that's free just sounds great, doesn't it?
Well, luckily for you, Darcy, if you head to Rudy's Pizza before Friday with a children's toy, you'll receive a free pizza as they aim to do their bit this Christmas time. Amethyst Oates has more.
Rudy's Pizza is offering free pizzas in exchange for a toy. They are teaming up with children's charity Cash for Kids to bring gifts and joy to children and young people who need it this Christmas. You can bring a toy to any Rudy's Pizza location between 12 and 5 p.m. up until the 6th of December. All the gifts brought into the pizza restaurants need to be sealed or unopened. There is also a request for the toys to be suitable for children aged 5 to 12. Anyone who brings in a toy will help make a child's Christmas that little bit merrier. Amethyst Oates, Quays News.
That's all we've got time for this afternoon.
Join us back here at 4:30 p.m. tomorrow for our final Quays News show of 2024.